I moved to Barcelona a while ago, and I'm now in this phase where I'm starting to miss my family. I'm not sure if you guys are a big family crowd. Make some noise if you love your families. Some controversy over there. I do love my family. I always use my family as a way to measure my mental health. I always know that I'm not doing well mentally whenever I start enjoying their company. It's a really Portuguese family, guys. I have to tell you. Everybody's really repressed. Nobody understands their emotions. Not even our leader, Cristiano Ronaldo, understands his own emotions. But it's really tough when you grow up with a family that doesn't understand their own feelings, because they also never teach you how to process your own emotions and feelings. And I'm 28 now, and I think I'm a little bit immature for my age. I don't think there's a lot of people my age that describe Inside Out as a movie with a lot of plot twists. What do you mean there's 5 basic emotions? What? True story. I watched Inside Out 2 with a notebook like I was taking a class. Okay, let's learn! And I hope they do 15 movies, so I figure out why I keep on dating women that look like my mom. Growing wise and old with Inside Out. I come from a really small place in Portugal, and I also grew up Christian Catholic. I did 12 years of Sunday school, which I don't suggest anyone does. And I had this Sunday school teacher. He had this thing that always tried to make a joke at Sunday school, which I find it so weird. And one day I had a question, so I raised my hand like this. He stops the class and says, "Bruno, you should never do this again. You never know where God is sitting." What a fucking weird thing to say to a kid, no? So I just lowered my hand, but I mean, I was too curious, so I just, I smell it, What the fuck are you gonna do? And let me tell you, it smells divine. Later in life, I was having a really nice time, and I remember this smell, and I'm like, oh, I guess God is a woman. Oh, amazing feminist joke, guys. Give it up for fingering God. I struggled with my spirituality over the 12 years that I did Sunday school, because for me, Christianity is quite critical. They are quite homophobic, though they are quite gay. You've seen them. And when I was a kid and I was struggling with my spirituality, I went to church and I was praying. And I realized how hypocritical it is, because have you realized that if you take the cross out of Jesus Christ, you just get a really flamboyant gay guy just having the best time, like, fuck this shit, I don't believe in God anymore. And I kind of like, don't really care if you believe in God or not, it's your choice. But I think it would be really funny if we, as humanity, prove that God did not exist right before La Sagrada Familia is finished, And they're probably converted into a market. Welcome to the second floor, here's Sarda, you can buy anything! Moving to Barcelona is nice, it's a wild time here. Recently I was invited to a house party. And I really love house parties, they're quite diverse, there's a lot of people, different people. And there was this group of people in the house party that were finance bros. And normally you can really spot them because they're quite white around their noses. I mean, I'm not a finance bro, but I wanted to talk with them, but I approached them and I overheard that they were shitting on astrology, which I think is really funny because for me the stock market is a lot like astrology. Like you have to actually believe in it so they can actually exist. There's a lot of weird graphs trying to predict the future, but the finance bros only do money, so they just predict the money. And if you ask them why the fuck did you make a wrong prediction, they'll be like, oh, because the market was in a recession, which is their equivalent of Mercury was in retrograde. I'm 28 and I struggle to understand my generation. because I don't really feel like I'm truly millennial or either Gen Z. And I Google, and there's this micro generation that is called Zillennial, which is a little bit of Gen Z, a little bit of millennial. And I think I'm quite Gen Z because I do love to eat ass. But I'm also quite millennial because whenever I want to save something on my phone, I just do a screenshot. I'm quite Gen Z because I don't care what my boss thinks of me. But also, I'm quite millennial because I don't have a job. Guys, thank you so much.